my name is Bobbie Herman, and I've been ranching my whole life, which is almost 39 years. When I was in high school, there's the pressure to go to college and do all that stuff, and I toyed around with a couple different things. My heart wasn't in any of it, and when it finally came down to it, I said, I know what I want to do, and the day I graduated high school, this is what I've done. I love this place and the history, the family history here, just the whole lifestyle. You get to be outside, working with the animals, the ground, all of it. My great-grandfather and his wife came from Kansas, I believe, and they came here. They knew somebody that was living in Carbon, and so they came here and they homesteaded right up here by the gate. There's a meadow out there with a bunch of rose bushes, and there's an old basement there. That was the homestead, and I don't know how long they were here, and a guy came along and said, I own this land, you can't homestead here, but I'll sell it to you. So my great-grandfather scrounged up $50 and bought it. And a couple years later, another guy came along from the state of Wyoming and said, this is a state section, you can't homestead here, but we'll sell it to you. So he scrounged up the money again and bought it again, and then just over the years added to the holdings of the place. To be a woman rancher, to me, is very normal. I don't see anything unusual about it, but when I meet somebody for the first time and they ask what you do, and I say, and as the conversation progresses, they find out that it's three women, that they say, oh, that's very unique or odd or unusual, but that's just life to me. That's all I know. And you know, when we had a hired man, there were things that we didn't do because you had a hired man to do them. But over the years, we just started taking on more and more. And my attitude kind of became, if you're going to do it for a living, you better know how to do it all. And so that's what we did. And we've all kind of found our little niche in how everything works, and we all work together that way. Well, like I said, horses are kind of a passion of mine. We're really busy and we don't ride like we used to, because it's very easy to jump on a four-wheeler and go irrigate and it doesn't run off and leave you. But to me, horses are partners. They're not a tool, they're a partner, and they deserve respect, and you can learn so much from them if you listen and you pay attention, and you can learn a lot about, I get emotional when I talk about them, you can learn a lot about yourself if you pay attention. And if you just be fair with them, they'll be fair with you. But boy, if you got something going on inside yourself that's not sitting right, it's not going to sit right with that horse either. I tell everybody I've never done a hard day's work in my life because I love what I do. To be honest with you, the hardest part is dealing with neighbors sometimes. When we sell our calves, we sell on the video, so you have a representative who comes out, videos your calves, and then they have a big sale on the satellite, and the buyers can call in or they can be there. And the representative is supposed to represent the seller. But when you read the fine print, it's representative pretty much for the buyer. And you don't have any say about what the price is. You can't set your price. It's strictly what the packers and everybody else thinks it should be. And the last 2 years, it's gone down 7 cents a year. And the price of everything else has gone up. And I guess we've done well, but it's because we had the construction for a long time, to just make it on cattle, it was pretty tough. It is a lifestyle. It's not just an occupation, and it's not just a way to make money, it's a lifestyle. The ranch is actually staying in the family, you see more and more every year get sold, and some go to a rancher, a lot of them don't. But the thing I've noticed with ranching is when I was growing up, we rodeoed, and of course we only had the one ranch then, but it seemed like you had the time to ride your colts, and you'd spend all day riding out through the cows, and you didn't have that was what you were doing for the day. Now, you jump in a pickup or you jump on the four-wheeler, you go check the cows because you have 10 other things you need to get done that same day, and you don't have time to ride the colts, you don't have time to rodeo because you've got 3 ranches you're trying to take care of. That means more fence, more ditch, more irrigation, all of it, more cows to feed. But I think that's just true of the whole world. We're just moving faster and faster and faster, and ranching is no exception.